When you sign the contract, you sign the standard, which is not hardwood floors. They are, for example, carpet floors. You don't have high-end granite countertops. You have wood countertops, all kind of less interesting finishes, let's say. And you sign up, and you have 10 days cooling off periods, for example, for a detached home. When you approach an agent, you have to, a real estate agent, you have to search him on the internet to see for how many years he is working, and then how many reviews they got in Google or rankmyagent.com. You know, if you know the agent, it's from your community, so it's a well-known agent, then you can, with the reputation, then you can rely on his advices. But let's say if you find an agent that, you know, is giving you some cash back or some, you know, sneaky things, you know, then you have to be worried about it, because what happens is, you know, the agent, if they don't do it, they're not doing the right thing for their client, they're not making their clients happy during their career, then they don't have you know, referrals from previous clients. So if they don't have referrals, so they are desperate to give away some incentives, you know, to the potential clients. And the potential clients, they will get hurt, you know, even let's say if you give them something, they give them something cash back or something, they don't cover the difference in price that they buy. So for example, they could buy 100,000 more a house, or 50,000 more, and the incentive is 5,000 more. So they got 5,000 more, so type under the table, and they, it could happen. So
it's not necessary.
It's not the way we're doing business. We usually 99% we are.
Just be cautious.
Yeah, but just be cautious.
That's the message.
You have to search the agent, you know, reviews in Google reviews. You have to ask friends and, you know, relatives or former clients what they did for them, investigate of them, and then So if you go, for example, in my profile, you can find about 75 five-star reviews. I could have more, but I just forgot to ask.
That's our discussion, Marius. I encourage you all the time.
I forgot to ask them to give me a review, but whatever you see there is real. They are clients, real clients, and they were so happy with me. And you know, I don't you know, destroy my reputation after 18 years in real estate to do you know, crazy things. So always I respect my clients. I tell them, you know, I let them know my point of view, even if it's, you know, it's straightforward, and maybe some of them they don't like it, but I'm very straightforward, and I try to you know, let them know the pros and cons buying a certain property or on a certain location or for a certain price. So, you know, it's very important to have a very you know, high you know, level agent with great reviews, just to be sure that you get the best results for your, you know, for your money.
Okay, let's talk about new construction.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I'm always tempted to to invest in the new construction. So, what can you say about new construction? It's a good idea to invest or buy new construction at this point?
Yeah, so
should we wait? Should be afraid? You know, now these days, this is the words we're like hearing: afraid, wait. So, what should we do?
So yeah, it's a good question. So buying a pre-construction has that pros and cons. You know, one of some of the pros are, you know, you can customize your home the way you want it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's a strong
you
point.
You have modern amenities and potential value increase in you know, between you pay the, you know, the pre-construction deposit and until the construction is released. So could be 3-4 years, and then the market value could go up. Okay, so these are the pros.
That's the pros. Yeah, okay. I'm waiting for the second shoe to drop. So what's the cons?
So the cons are, you know, usually the builders that delays construction delays, which they have. I think the maximum they can delay is there are 2 times they can delay the project. up to 2 years, something like that. And then uncertainties in the final product. You don't know how the builder really built it, because you buy plans and you buy dreams,
and then you see as a model home, right?
You see a model home, but
still you don't see your
exactly
house.
So sometimes they use not so good subcontractors, and then the final finishings, they are not at the level that you want it to be.
So, how about the costs? How about the costs? Because I heard stories, I have recognized that they paid more comparing to what they signed. Is that possible, or
so what happened is, this is like, I think it's misunderstanding what's going on during the new construction. So when you go to for example, to model home site, and they have a beautiful finishes there with granite countertops, with hardwood floors, with everything amazing. They don't let you know. They said this is like an upgrade that costs $300,000.
So you think this is the house?
You think that this is the house. So basically, when you sign the contract, you sign the standard, which is not hardwood floors. They are, for example, like carpet floors, and you don't have high-end granite countertops. You have wood countertops. And all kind of less interesting finishes, let's say. And you sign up, and you have 10 days cooling off periods, for example, for like a detached home. And after the 10 days are up, so the deal is firm. So you cannot. So you pay a price. Let's say you pay $20,000 like deposit. After 10 cooling off days period, if you decide to keep the property, then you are in. You cannot change your mind. Okay, and then 1 week later, you receive a call from the builder and said, you know what, thank you so much for choosing us. Now we are inviting you to the model home to discuss about your upgrades. And you think like, oh, but I already saw the model home, I already paid for everything. So you think, what's about that? I say, no problem, I'll come. Then you go to the model home, and then they will, they say, oh, if you want the hardwood floors, you have to pay another 30 or 50,000. So then all the extras that you believe that they are in the first place, then you have to pay. So for a detached home, probably you have to pay another 100,000 minimum to get better upgrades, or maybe more, 150 or 200, depending what you are looking for. So this is like kind of, and also when you sign the contract, there are some cap on spending on providing utilities for your home. So basically the builders you'll force you to pay for the installing hydro or get a gas or other utilities on your property. Usually can go to $15,000 to $20,000, and you don't have a clue about that. Because this with a fine print on the initial contract.
And the problem is they are talking about apples and you're talking about oranges.
Yeah.
So you're not talking about the same thing.
So it's not a straightforward process, and
straightforward.
And then you have to be very careful. And I was part of this when I purchased a condo in 2010, a new condo in Vaughan, somewhere at Center and Bathurst. And happens to me too. I was a real estate, I didn't know, and I on that was like 14 years ago, and for a small condo about 1,200 square feet, I pay extra about 40K in upgrades that I didn't know that they even exist.
So this is a practice.
So
really,
this is a practice,
for so many years,
and it's so sad because it's not a legislation that said, okay, the cap for utilities has to be 10K maximum. Doesn't matter where you are, or the builder has to disclose before you sign the standard contract, how much you have to pay for the extras. So if you know all this information upfront, probably you're not buying that property.
Well, Marius, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How long have you been a real estate agent?
Since 2005.
Yes.
So almost 18 years.
18 years. Listen, you work so hard. You're top 100 agent worldwide, which is fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Scott.
And you don't just help people sell or buy homes. You do the whole pack. How do you know what to do to a house in order to increase its value?
I learn from you. Lot, you know?
Okay,
and,
so you're a pro then.
Yeah. So I try to, explain people that if they, improve their, like with a new countertop, a new flooring, a new bathroom, a new kitchen, they will, like for each dollar, they will get maybe $1, $2, $3, $4 more.
Yes.
So this is very important.
It's the return on investment.
Exactly.
You want to take care of your clients. You're not just here to help them buy or sell a home. You help them move. You give them renovation tips.
Everything.
It's one of the reasons why you and your family are so successful in this business.
Yes. They give me the keys of the house, and they live in Caribbean for 2 weeks, and when they come back, the house is sold for the most money.
You should have your own show.
No. So I am so busy doing that, but I love it. But it's a pleasure to do the best thing for my clients. So.
Well, look, you've seen a lot. You've got a lot of experience, especially in the Markham area. Where do you see the future of real estate in Markham?
Because of the huge immigration in Canada, I think it's a good investment for investors to invest in real estate.
Yes.
And especially in Markham because it's close to Toronto. Close to 404, so it's a very very close to Toronto, and the value in long term will go up for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a great investment.
Listen, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much, Scott.
You're the best at what you do.
Thank you so much.